But we got Cocomelon, the most evil channel on YouTube. How the fuck is Cocomelon evil? How the fuck is Cocomelon evil? Play with my dick. Watch the fuck out, nigga. What the hell?
My son is almost 2 and I've been letting him watch Cocomelon, but now I had to get him speech therapy so I can get him to talk. There are hundreds and hundreds of anecdotes in which parents mention the
Cocomelon brain rot now? Refrain from the freak shit for Love of God.
Same problem. The Cocomelon show
Cocomelon
is so
is
insanely
evil because it's teaching
it's being
kids to be
compared to
stupid
nicotine and causing developmental issues amongst the kids who can't stop watching. Children's TV expert Jerica Sands calls it the most
I mean, wouldn't that be for any cartoon show though?
damaging show a child can watch.
Cocomelon is allegedly bad for
explaining the
children's brain
sneaky ways
development.
in which they make the show
I didn't know that.
addictive. Firstly, there's the colors. Take for example the wheels on the bus. The 3 main colors, blue, green, and yellow, are all at maximum saturation, meaning they cannot be made any brighter, no matter how hard you try. Extreme saturation is normally used for alerts and notifications, as it's
Don't they do big ass saturation and shit for like damn near cereal box? Cause like with cereal, right? Like they do like these bright ass colors. Like look at Captain Crunch, Lucky Charms, any type of cereal, they're bright as fuck.
It's exciting, dynamic, and attracts attention, which is why it's also used in slot machines. Cocomelon puts these colors in perfect contrast, making them appear even more vibrant, which is different to, for example, Bluey, in which the colors instead blend together. Cocomelon's also different because it's highly repetitive. There's a reason they have 38 videos with over 1 billion views.
God
a child's
damn.
brain is wired to learn through
So you telling me I can get like a drawing pad and make a children's cartoon show? Just like that?
repetition.
Deku was definitely
so it
on
feels
the
right to
Cocomelon.
them
She definitely
to
was
watch
on the
the same
Cocomelon.
thing over and over again. Cocomelon abuses this in almost every video. For example, in the Yes Yes Playground song, they pick a word to repeat 3 times in every
Cringe definitely binge watched it. I feel like I don't know, Deku probably just watched it for a little bit.
sentence, pairing it with a subtly repeating background lullaby, keeping children hooked. Literally no show or movie puts my son into a deep trance the way Cocomelon does. The second it's on the TV, he turns into a toddler zombie who doesn't see or hear anything else that's going on in the room. This is only exacerbated by Cocomelon's subtitles,
Good,
which
Travis,
have
good. Kari, how you doing?
also been a
Deku
heavy
cool,
point
Deku cool. Deku like learn how to spell and shit, so W Deku.
of criticism. The letters are not educational, I can barely read them fast enough. It's simply another interesting element to capture your little one's attention. Cocomelon
Nah, cause like that's like with all cartoons. What Miss Rachel episode was she high on? Miss Rachel episode. Well, there's somebody named Miss Rachel on Cocomelon. Nah, I need to watch. Now I'm gonna do a Cocomelon stream. I'm gonna, like when you do the next sleep stream, you just gonna watch Cocomelon. What's good, Brad? Hold on, I got you,
in
Brad.
every description. Our goal is to help make learning a fun and enjoyable experience for kids, giving you the
54%. Okay.
peace of mind that your children are receiving quality educational content. But people have argued that they're teaching exactly what children shouldn't do. For example, in the No No Bedtime song, the baby refuses to brush his teeth, have a bath, put on pajamas, or get in bed.
Ugh, dirty ass baby.
The education is that he eventually agrees to do
Miss
so.
Rachel is
Yet
actual
a
teacher on YouTube. Oh, okay.
TikTok user was critical, stating, anytime I'd ask my son to do a simple task, he'd say no, no, no. He's sitting there watching Cocomelon, which taught him no, 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 and to say no to me. On the topic of education, Jerica Sands
So I can make a whole cartoon and just make these niggas like rebel against their parents. Do you know how many ass whoopers kids finna get, nigga? The techniques, nigga. See the techniques. This motherfucker Cocomelon is just basically Caillou,
These
but
people don't give
retarded.
a shit
Isn't
about
Caillou, never mind.
our children.
Yo,
They
it was good,
care
Savvy.
about money. That's it. Your child's cognitive development in direct exchange for their wealth, and there's pretty good evidence
You're high,
supporting
got low. This
this.
is
A New
Mickey
York
Mouse.
Times journalist visited Cocomelon's studio, discovering their #1 focus is keeping children hooked. Cocomelon's data and analytics team
Peppa
sifts
Pig type
constantly
shit.
through YouTube
Can
numbers
you
to
undress right
determine
quick?
exactly what resonates. Should a girl wear black jeans or blue jeans? Should the music be louder or softer? Should the bus be yellow or red? Yellow
Why the fuck would the bus be red?
is the answer, as they use a darker method to ensure that they're correct. Cocomelon has a dedicated
I was off Discord one day, and why do I have
in
over
which
2K noties? Are you talking about my server?
month children are brought here one at a time and shown a handful of episodes to figure out exactly which parts of the shows are engaging and which are tuned out. Next to the TV playing Cocomelon, there's a second screen which plays a continuous loop of banal real-world scenes. A guy pouring a cup of coffee, someone getting a haircut, each lasting about 20 seconds. Whenever a youngster looks away from the Moonbug show to glimpse the Distractotron, a note is jotted down. We can see what they're looking at and the exact moment when they got distracted. Therefore, education clearly isn't the primary goal.
Keeping doing a whole fucking scientist shit on
kids' attention is, and this is proven by Cocomelon's most
like evil ass baby,
rapid camera cutting. It's crazy how many times the frame changes on Cocomelon. It's the same type of addicting behavior that we experience on a TikTok binge. It's the quick change of frame that releases that dopamine and makes the videos addicting to watch. Count the seconds between a change of frame.
This nigga talk pissing me off.
Well, TikToker the Circus Brain did exactly this. He firstly counts the changes on My Little Pony, concluding there's about 6 seconds between each cut. He then compares it to Cocomelon.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
God damn, bro, that shit make my fucking head hurt. That's too many damn camera cuts.
2, 1.
Imagine being an animator for this shit.
In her video, The Nightmare That Is Cocomelon, Savantix draws a similar conclusion. She found that 96% of the shots in Baby Shark were shorter than 2 seconds. She then compares 4 different animated shows, again finding Cocomelon has the shorter shots.
The longest shot on a Cocomelon video was 6 seconds. The longest shot on Arcane was 8 seconds. The longest shot on Bluey was 20 seconds.
Yo, it was good code. Can you check art when you can?
10 seconds. And the longest shot on Encanto was 18 seconds.
Which, when combined with every other element, creates some terrifying statistics. Dr. Kristen Summon explained that when showing an infant normal video content, they'll focus on the screen just 11% of the time. However, when the video is instead switched to Cocomelon, their screen engagement skyrockets to a whopping 74%. This therefore produces stories such as this. I used to volunteer for a preschool and they had song time. A Cocomelon video came on and all of the tots stopped what they were doing, put down their cheese crackers, and remained fixated on the—
I'll be damned, I put down my fucking cheese crackers, watch some fucking Cocomelon. I'm tearing them cheese crackers up. But I was just a big back kid.
Screen for the duration.
I was just a fat ass kid.
It was honestly kind of terrifying. YouTuber Saber
I'm not putting my shit down for that.
Personal anecdote. He asked to watch a Disney movie with his 2 younger cousins, who both completely refused, and instead spent all day glued to an iPad playing the addictive show. In Cocomelon Made My Kid a Zombie, a mother talks about
cheese
her
crackers
son.
was
He would
right
be
at me.
in days while watching it.
Hey,
You'd be waving your hand right in front of his face, and he wouldn't move. It was almost scary. This was also discovered by Sarah Mills 98, who explained when the Cocomelon addiction is so real that my 1-year-old can navigate the TV to turn it on by himself. However, nothing shows the addiction better than the Cocomelon TikTok trend. Parents will play the show's intro loudly and video their kids sprinting toward the television.
Oh yeah, I saw like a baby was fucking crying and shit, and Cocomelon got on.
Where you can
Nigga did not know about that shit
instantly. The New York Times journalist found something similar. The kid in the Distractotron had shown up in the midst of a tantrum, which ended the second he heard the Cocomelon theme song. It was no surprise to Wheeler, the head of research.
Don't kids do that when they favorite show on movie on anyway? That's what I'm saying. Like, should I do that? That is kind of reaching. I'm not gonna hold you. That might be a little reaching, cause I'm not gonna hold you. If I was a kid and mad as fuck and I hear that regular show go, shit, you best believe I'm gonna be crisscross applesauce in front of that fucking TV. If anything, Cocomelon just gonna make you go blind with all them bright ass colors. My niece does have a Gracie's Corner. You see, your niece is real. Gracie's Corner is real. If I heard run into her.
Of kids, he said, if they're having issues when they get here, once that Cocomelon song comes on, they're like, life is okay. All is good with the world. Obviously, there's a reason for this. Cocomelon is so hyper-stimulating that it actually acts as a drug, and what happens when you take the drug away.
I mean, anything that you watch is technically a drug with dopamine. So, Goo goo gaga Ariana.
Children experiencing symptoms of addiction and withdrawal, obviously leaving them completely dysregulated. TikTok user ThePoff1 filmed what happens when you take the show away, explaining he'll be inconsolable for at least 10 to 15 minutes after.
Throw that nigga out the window.
Adding in the description, Cocomelon
My fault. Yeah.
meltdown is legit.
Nigga throwing a fit for Cocomelon.
It's
You don't
hard
get that
to
nigga
break
an
the
iPad?
addiction, which this Reddit user had experienced even worse. My husband and I have been worried about our child. I can slowly see how she'd throw violent tantrums at home and in church whenever she'd get bored and would want to watch the show. Her behavior changes the moment she watches the show, and she will not even eat her meals.
Should I get high on those
watch it.
Cocomelon vids? Get some high on the Cocomelon vids. Get high on dopamine.
After these tantrums end, kids can experience a general discomfort in the speed of everyday life. The more they watch the show, the more their brain begins to expect this intense level of stimulation.
Basically, Cocomelon overstimulates their brains so much that everything else just seems slow and boring in comparison.
However, the potential
Yo, now that you show that fucking Lego game, like if I see a nigga playing a Lego game, I'll stop whatever the fuck I'm doing and I'm finna watch that shit.
consequences get much worse than this. As mentioned at the start, it was the cause of a child's speaking problems, with a notable reply reading, "Same thing happened with my daughter too. She's 4 but can't speak properly. She knows the words, but she does not like to frame the sentence or speech. She has been watching these Cocomelons or such other
Blaming Cocomelon for your children not being able to talk is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna hold you. Parents will blame anything. Now you was over there smoking them fucking cigarettes and drinking beer and getting wine and shit. I don't know. Y'all don't talk to your kids. That's what I'm saying. Like, nigga, you blaming that on Cocomelon.
the stuffs for 2
Look, let's be real. Half the stuff nowadays is just giving brain. That's what I'm saying. Half the shit giving brain rot anyway. So.
or 3 years. Hope when
Blaming Cocomelon for the speech impediment is kind of crazy. Kids get most of the speaking abilities from listening to their parents talk. That's what I'm saying.
Over on Reddit, a speech
I didn't even
language
have I
pathologist
didn't have a little brother growing up or a big brother growing up until like I was like 10. So most of my sayings from my fucking mom and dad.
explained, screen time in general is linked with speech delays for a variety of reasons,
I don't know how to
but
speak for real.
Cocomelon is excessively bad. Firstly, unlike other TV shows or movies, it doesn't have a story. It's just very
Freak you
short
and your
clips with
Cocomelon
poorly written
videos.
songs. The kids aren't able to follow the plot, learn vocabulary, and see the resolution of a conflict, supported by infant specialist Meg Fora.
And the problem with fast-paced TV programs is that we find
She
that
actually
one's
looked
language
familiar as shit.
development is slower.
On the Agents of Speech YouTube channel, this is again confirmed.
The main problem with watching videos on the internet is that they don't know how to use the language that they learn.
But he adds that 4 to 5 hours of screen time per day can make a toddler completely non-verbal. 4 to 5 hours is obviously a lot of time, but in
Autism could
Cocomelon
be,
made my kid as
non-mobile and bobo. In some range from different spectrums and have non-mobile autism. I mean, I honestly feel like I had mobile. I had a tablet, and I only had YouTube on there. The only thing I looked at for real, and I turned out just fine, nigga. Maybe I may be a little autism, but like I'm good. Acoustic.
zombie. Researchers discovered that
Sign up for
5-year-olds
60
who watch
seconds
more
for
than
saying
2
hop
hours
to
of
it.
TV a
No one
day
time
tended to
TV.
have lower attention spans and were 7.7 times more likely
Yo, I appreciate that follow. Let's go, Bello.
to show symptoms of
My
ADHD.
name is Mumble. I'm a black African artist. I'm 17. Can you give me one moment of your time to react to Wake Up by
These
Mumble?
screen times
I mean, I'm
might
watching
be
this
even
right
lower
now.
for Cocomelon specifically, because as explained by Jerica Sands, not all screen time is created equal. A child who just watched 30 minutes of Cocomelon and a child who just watched 30 minutes of Trash Truck will look like a very, very different child. Thankfully, here lies a simple solution. Sierra Renee explained
fuck
my
is
2-year-old
Trash
is
Truck?
speech delayed and addicted to Cocomelon. Switched to Miss Rachel 2 days ago, and he's already saying more words and hasn't had any tantrums. Kim.it shared an almost identical anecdote. My 8-month-old was obsessed with Cocomelon and having bad tantrums, so I cancelled Cocomelon and only let her watch Miss Rachel, and she said her first word within the first 3 days of watching. Clearly, parents are
Yo, you
able
miss
to
Rachel.
simply change the channel, but not before leaving Cocomelon a massive amount of dislikes. They've therefore earned the title, the absurdly popular kids show parents hate, and Cocomelon has actually responded to the criticism. That
Yo, what's good,
explain
Minnie?
our shows are not intended to replace outdoor playtime or playdates. They have a place in children's entertainment time.
Oh, man, fuck all these shows. Really, what I'm about to say is that all I'm finna say is that playing outside way better, nigga. Nigga, I was an outdoor bound body, nigga. That's all I did.
And as with food, exercise, etc., it
Appreciate
comes
you, man.
down to each parent to find the right and appropriate balance for their children. Our responsibility is ensuring that the quality of the content that we produce is high and beneficial for the the of a child's cognitive
choice but to
and
be
soft
outside.
skills. It is
I
worth
loved
adding that
outside.
our
Like,
social
that's when it
media
was raining. That
communities
even
are
that
filled
meant more outside time for me. Outside was compe for me.
with stories of parents who experience firsthand how Moonbug content helps their children. Cocomelon does have a crazy amount of supporters, but it's obvious that some of them are simply ignoring the downsides. My baby learned the alphabet and numbers from Cocomelon. She may not speak a complete sentence, but she expresses her wants through phrases. But is it Cocomelon's responsibility to ensure that babies are talking? Well, no. People love blaming cartoons and games for raising children, and not the shitty parents that don't step in to stop them from watching so much.
Take them little niggas outside.
Cocomelon is actually a really sad symbol of parents giving their children tablets instead of actually parenting and interacting with them. Ultimately, parents are the people who choose how much their child
I'm
consumes.
not gonna lie, but like the speech shit.
This video is me.
I don't know about the speech shit. I really don't know about, cause like really, blaming the cartoon for speech is crazy. Outside was fun when they are shooting. Oh, yo, free R. Kelly or no, nigga, just no. What the fuck? But I feel like a lot of the shit is getting blamed on Cocomelon, and like a lot of shit could have been fixed by parents. Spend time with y'all parents. I didn't mean to laugh, but yeah, that's it. Fuck all that.